She's ready.
We are back. Roosevelt High School getting into their ready positions. The Rough Riders Marching Band is under the direction of Greg Abe, the same director when Denby was in high school as a member of that good organization. Your drum majors, Rachel Lorenas. They have 52 wins, 22 percussion, and 22 color guard.
And their theme is Heartbeat. And as if you listen to it, you'll hear the heartbeat throughout the program. You'll hear Adrenaline Rush, Passionate Heart with a beautiful violin soloist, and finally, Heart Attack.
Now, are you having some flashbacks to when you, in the, we'll say mid-90s, we're finishing
Wow, got to put a date on it, huh?
I'm not going to be exact, but, time frame. But
mid to late.
What's it been like when you see the evolution of the Roosevelt Band from then to now? Tradition obviously carries on.
Absolutely. Tradition carries on, yes. But also I love that there's a little bit more choreography, a little more theater involved,
Kind of rounding things out as they wait their final preparations. The thing that struck me, a lot of the drum majors, especially the women that are drum majors, and you see some of the color guard, if they don't have hats, they're all bummed about their hair being flat because it's just been soaked out there, but they shine through. Like fair. You had that interview with Fred. They were awesome.
Yes, they're awesome.
And with that, Roosevelt is ready, and for their formal introduction, none better than Darren Hernandez.
Roosevelt Rough Riders Drum Major, is your band ready? Roosevelt High School Rough Riders Marching Band and Color Guard, you may take the field in Class AA competition.
The Roosevelt High School Rough Riders Marching Band, their theme, Heartbeat, and they certainly carried that through. Something you expect from a Roosevelt performance, very rich performance.
Yes, did you hear the heartbeat throughout the performance?
And then the visual with the LED lights kind of carried it through, like the monitors.
Right, and that was created, built, designed by the parents, our band boosters. We love them.
Just amazing stuff. Again, coming together, the parents. And this was unique, a contemporary violin solo.
A beautiful violin solo by Jamie Labrador. And this is an electric violin. And she just played it so well. Her pitch, her tone was gorgeous. Really added to the performance. Very unique.
And let's not forget that there's rain coming down. It's an electrical instrument, and she was perfect. Everything, the equipment worked. So thankfully, rain not interfering with that.
Yeah, just gorgeous.
And she actually had 2 featured moments during that piece. Color Guard, as pointed out in the last interview with Fred, sometimes those flags get stuck, the material with the wetness.
Right, absolutely. But these girls did such a great job, and they are taught by Roosevelt grad Truck Nguyen, and she does such a wonderful job with them.
And again, toward the end, as it built into the heart attack theme, when it went flatline, this is what happened.
And that's incredible. With all the heavy instruments, they were still able to do that.
You just missed it out of your screen, but in the middle LED screen, it went flatline, and that's coinciding when they went to the ground. But they are thankful that it is an artificial surface because no mud on those white pants as they head off the field and take off all the equipment. This kind of gives you an idea of the scope of how much equipment and movement has to be moved on and off as the groups get bigger, more elaborate.
Yes, and the inspiration was to keep the audience at the edge of their seat throughout the performance, and I think they accomplished that very well.
And nobody's leaving their seats despite the rain that has thankfully, let's hope, lightened up and kind of is leaving us. And with that, little rain doesn't scare our guy Fred down on the field. Fred, who do you got this time?
Okay, so I got Maya over there and Shauna over here. So Shauna's in the color guard. Shauna, we were just talking again about the flags out there, with the rain and everything else. And I know Ms. Ewan, Dr. Ewan, she does a great job with your instruction. How do you guys practice, and what do you guys emphasize during rehearsal time?
During rehearsal, we definitely emphasize posture. Yes, because that's one of the things we always get called out on. So that's one of our main focuses.
One of the great things about the Roosevelt performance is always the face. So how does she emphasize your face? What does she want you to do with your face while you're performing?
For this show, we wanted to look emotional because our show is kind of about heartbreak. So we want to show that in our face this year.
So this is Maya. Maya is, of course, a percussionist. As you can tell, she is the top bass drum, so it's the highest tone bass drum. Marching and you never get to see your feet, that's pretty tough. How did you deal with that when you first got to march with the bass drum?
It was really difficult at first. Getting used to the weight and just things in your way. It's very difficult, but I guess after a amount of time, it got used to it.
What about your back? You had to learn how to get used to that pain in the lower part of your back, huh?
Yes. I guess that's just something I had to suck up during practice. Moving to the drumline was something new for me, so yeah.
I just want you to know it's not easy to pick up these instruments, and bass drums, the timing involved is super, super impeccable, and I really appreciate the performance. Roosevelt always does a fantastic job, great precision on the field tonight, so thank you, ladies. You should be proud of your performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, back up to you in the booth.
Thank you, Fred. And yeah, Maya, you can always spot her. She's got the drum strapped to her.
Roosevelt High School Rough Rider.
The memories as Denby reminisces about when she was a drum major at Roosevelt High School.
And when you're in the band as well.
I'm not reminiscing about that. The AA competition will come to a close as Kamehameha, the Warrior Marching Band, is next at the Trojan Marching Band Fest live on OC16.